Get ready.
Hey there, Marvel heroes, and welcome to the very first What If review. So, the first episode of What If, the multiverse cartoon MCU TV show, has released today, which is the 11th of August 2021. So, I've watched the first episode, and we're just going to do a bit of a review on it. Going to do as much spoiler-free as I can first, and then I'll give you the spoiler warning, and then we'll just get into the nitty-gritties of it. If you'd like to support us, then you can just pop onto patreon.com/Skybot Film, and you can get a bit more content from us on there. But don't forget to hit that subscribe, as we will be doing these review videos every Wednesday when it comes out, and all the other Star Wars and Marvel shows that are coming. But let's just crack on with it, shall we? Let's get rid of that. And hello, and yes, so first episode is Captain Carter were what if Captain Carter were the first Avenger? A little bit of a gripe. To me, it should be what if Captain Carter was the first Avenger. That just seems a bit off to me. But anyway, what a first episode. I thought this one was going to be the first episode, to be honest, because there was so much promo going on at the moment about Captain Carter and things. It's like she was constantly the first one, so I think maybe the Black Panther one maybe next week, because I haven't looked at the episode guides yet. But 34 minutes, or just under 34 minutes long, including the credits on there, so it's a nice cartoon size feature, really, because usually cartoons are about 20 to 25 minutes. So yeah, that's a nice little a good length for a cartoon, I think, because it's not like a full-blown adventure. It's just what if certain things changed. So as the title says, this is all about Agent Carter becoming Captain Carter, and the really good part that happens is like, it's not a spoiler really, but it's like the point where the Nexus event will happen, if you go by Loki terms. The Watcher, who is the narrator of the whole What If, really, he pretty much like does a freeze frame, going, and that is when this happens, or that is when it changes. And I thought that's really good, because you it pinpoints, so you don't have to have seen any Marvel film really to watch this show, which is great. I think it's going to be beneficial to watch Loki, to know what's going on with the multiverse, and I think it's going to be beneficial for future to watch What If. But you can just watch it as a standalone thing, and I think that's what they wanted for it. The animation in it, wow, this is gotta be, yeah, it's probably one of my favorite styles of animation. It's like the last week I've been watching lots of different types of animation. I watched the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom. Wasn't overly loved that, because the beast modes on it with the Transformers just didn't look right as a CG. And then you had I watched Masters of the Universe as well, and they tried to bring that as like the old style 80s 2D animation and bring it into like a modern 2D animation, and there were bits to me that weren't quite right. It was really good, but just didn't seem right. But the animation on this was, it was on point. It was beautiful, and I can't wait. My brother is an animator by trade. That's what he's done for the past 20 years, and I can't wait for him to watch it and have a conversation with him about it, because I can't see anything wrong with the animation style in it. And I'm not 100% on what the animation style is. It's definitely 2D, but is it? Did it have a 3D rig and things like this? I will find out for you guys, and I will let you know next week, because I will have that conversation with him, and we will find out the technicalities of it. The voices, it's like all the Avengers, the MCU actors lend their voices for this, which is really cool. It's like even Chadwick Boswick, when we come to his episode, that is his voice. It's his last appearance as the Black Panther, so that'll be a really nice episode there. I thought Hayley Atwell, the problem with British accents, I find, when they're doing voiceover work, is it feels forced. It's like when you listen to Chris Evans as Steve Rogers in this episode. It sounds like Captain. It sounds like Steve Rogers and Chris Evans doing it, but I don't know whether it was the dialogue or her execution, but it didn't quite sound like Agent Carter. It's probably because she's a different character in this, really, and she does play it differently. So that's probably why that sounds a little bit off. But I just found it weird as well, because they did do a great job at the facial models and things on it, because they weren't quite what the actors look like, but they were homage to them. I don't think they wanted to try and make it accurate. I think they just wanted to make it that cartoony look into it as well. But I found with the voices, because they weren't the actual faces, it took a little while for my brain to click with it. It's like Sebastian Stan. It didn't sound to me like Bucky, but that's obviously because Bucky talks a bit moany and blah 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 blah. Whereas this, he's talking like this, because it's animation and he's voice acting, so he can't mumble too much and things. So the animation and the voice acting, spot on. I didn't really pay much attention to the music on it, because it was literally just your typical cartoon background music and things. Oh, one bit when they're doing like the montage of Captain Carter going through different battles and things like that. It's not a spoiler because this happens in Captain America, so it's similar to her, and it's got like a 1940s style swing song. I like that bit. That was a cool little added bonus to that bit there. What else can I say? Not really a spoiler, but they're calling her Captain Carter. We all know that from the trailers, and she's obviously got the Union Jack on her chest and on the shield, but at no point do they call her Captain Britain in it. We all know she's based on Captain Britain, this one, but it's not Captain Britain. She is Captain Carter, which I thought was much better than them just going, oh, Captain Britain. But what else can I say that's spoiler free? Let's have a look. Quick look at my notes. I don't think I can say anything else that's spoiler free, guys. So if you haven't watched it yet and you don't want any spoilers, then do pause the video here, go and watch it, come back, and then join in the conversation as well. Chat room is open, and also I will be replying to the comments throughout the day as well, so do please pop a comment down or join in on chat. Piotr said hello. That was just before I started the stream. He probably had a notification that the stream was coming up in 10 minutes and jumped in there. Sorry I missed your comment there, sorry. But yes, also don't forget to check out Patreon. Really does help us out, and we can, the more patrons we get, the more content we can put out there for you guys for free, as well as the content that on here. Flandrel Edits 2 says, hey Flandrel, you commented on our Disney video this morning as well. I just finished it, brilliant. Well, I'm going to put the spoiler warning up now, because we are about to start talking about that, and let me get rid of Patreon there as well. Yes, so this is your spoiler warning. If you haven't seen it yet and you don't want spoilers, then goodbye, I'll see you later, come back. It was always good to have a chat. But first of all, I've got this little badge from Wish. You can't really see it, and I can't bring it because it'll just be blurred. It's I Love You 3000, and I've also got This Is the Way. Yeah, these are from Wish, and they're really good, and they turn up. Anyway, tangent over. Let's get on to What If episode 1, and this is when I need my notes now. So I said about that I loved how it stopped at the Nexus event and said, this is where things changed. And yeah, so the whole, she was pretty much badass, really, right from the start. She stopped that Hydra agent from escaping straight away, whereas Steve had to run through New York and jump into the lock and stuff like that, and almost get a kid killed and things. But no, she was there from the start. She killed him, so it just shows that she should have been there all along. And the fact that she manages to get the Tesseract as well straight away from Hydra, which was interesting. Yeah, that was just like, that's a really, to me it just shows that maybe Steve wasn't the best for the Captain America mantle. His heart maybe in there, but not his strategy. I was thinking about this just before watching it this morning. It's like he didn't really have any combat experience until he went in and rescued Bucky and all that from there. But again, that was the first bit where Captain Carter went on her first mission. But she's also she's an agent, so she's used to different scenarios and combat situations, really. And I love the thing that the general didn't like her, just like he didn't like Steve at the start. But he made Steve like a performing monkey, didn't he? He had that tight spandex suit, and he had to go off and do the smiles and things, and those promo tour. But she didn't have to do that, so that was quite interesting, really, because she was a woman, and they didn't want that as the whole I can't get my words out. The role model, that's the words I was looking for. Randall says, it's not the best animation, but it's a fun story. My favorite character is Hydra Stomper and Captain Carter. Imagine if there was a previously on Loki, there should be, to be honest, with Kang Death. Yeah, I agree on that. But as I was just saying, it's like I love the animation style on this. It is beautiful. As I was just saying, I've watched Transformers Wars for Cybertron and Masters of the Universe, and they didn't quite do it for me as an animation style. But I really did like this animation, and I will be speaking to an animator later to get their official take on the animation, because they might turn around to me and say it was awful, blah blah blah. But I'm interested to see what they say later. The problem I had with this episode is I felt the first 20 minutes of the 31 minutes of actual content was very rushed, I thought. First 20 minutes, because it was like trying to catch up. But in the end of the day as well, if you watch back Captain America First Avenger, it is very much like that as well. It's like you've got the bit at the beginning, that's a nice pace, but then there's about half an hour into the film which is really rushed to get to where they needed to be, that he was Captain America. So I'm not too sure whether they're just playing homage to it, or just really quickly bringing it in and stuff. Can't wait for episode 2. What is it? I was just saying at the beginning that I haven't had a look at the episode list just yet, so I'm assuming, because they're heavily promoting at the moment Captain Carter and the Black Panther as Star-Lord, so I'm possibly thinking that episode 2 will be the Black Panther one. Is Nick Fury in every episode? That'll be interesting if Nick Fury is in every episode. I don't think he will be. I think it's like Nick Fury was in at the end of this episode, because I'll go on to that in a moment, but it's just it ties up with what happens with Steve Rogers as Captain America. He comes to the future and Nick Fury's there, but we'll come on to that in a moment. So yeah, I said it's like she gets the Tesseract straight away, so it's like that's like first or second mission, she goes in and just gets it, and And then Rogers becomes the first Iron Man, which was a really nice touch. I liked the Hydra Stomper, as they were calling it. That was a pretty cool idea. And it's like it pays homage to the first Iron Man suit as well. It's like it's not as crude as the first Iron Man suit, but it's got that design, which was really interesting. So I'd be interested to see what kind of tech that Tony Stark has. Since the suit has already been built, has he got like a really super awesome one now? When Captain Carter came to the future. So I did like the fact that Carter and Rogers' love story was still there, because it always to me felt a little bit pushed that she wasn't fully interested until he became Captain America. But it's like, I know that wasn't how it was supposed to have felt, but that's how I felt when I was watching Captain America First Avenger. It's like she was a little bit interested. It's like, oh, is this just this weedy guy? He's cute type thing. But then when he becomes Captain America, then she does that thing when she goes to touch his chest, and it's just like, okay. But I thought that with this, it shows that they were still that there, because he's still that weedy guy, and it's like she's the big buff guy, or gal now. So it's like, yeah, it was really interesting. That was really there. That they still had their love story, and hopefully, well, not because, yeah, she comes to the future. So it's flipped it. Oh, interesting. Anyway, I doubt we'll ever see Captain Carter again now, unfortunately. And this is a What If Season 2. Yes, please. Yes, please, Disney. So I've said about was Steve the wrong choice. The train. So that was cool, because it seems like everything has similar events like the train. And they go onto the train and almost rip off Bucky's arm, but Bucky isn't the one that falls off the train this time. It's Steve that's, I guess, blown up, and he's dead. But they didn't do the whole Winter Soldier as Steve Rogers thing, which is okay. It's much better. But he didn't die; he was still there, which is pretty cool. And I love the fact that right at the end, then when Carter is like fighting this big massive thing, this monster, and she's pushing it back. It's kind of like then when Steve is flying the plane down, and they're having that conversation about, you still owe me a dance. So that was a nice touch, that conversation was still there, but it was flipped with those two. And then she goes into the portal, if you will, and then comes out where Avengers 1 starts. Instead of Loki coming through, Captain Carter has come through. So yeah, so she's been brought to the future, so it'd be really cool to see a future with Captain Carter in it. So but yeah, let's have a look at what the comments are saying. So is Nick Fury, I've said that one, message retracted. I think that message says something about Iron Man and the Killmonger. No, it's Black Panther. There is a season 2 on IMDb. Cool. Hopefully that is true, because IMDb, like Wikipedia, is editable by anyone. So maybe they pop that on there. I haven't heard wind of a season 2 just yet, but they're probably going to announce that probably towards the end of season 1, just like they did with Bad Batch, because Bad Batch, it was just one season, and then last week then they done an announcement that it is going to be a season 2, and we posted that out on our Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, so make sure to go check those out. There they are, and I did it the right side this time. There we go. So just go check those out there, guys, because we post on there quite a lot. We're more responsive to comments on YouTube, because we don't get the notifications on social media for some strange reason, but we do post things out there far quicker than making videos. So what if Loki presented himself to the Earth government as King of Asgard using all his diplomacy? Episode 3 IMDb says. Oh, that'd be quite interesting, because yeah, he's he's got a silver tongue, as they say. So that would be really cool. I'm looking forward to the Zombie Avengers one. I really can't wait for that episode, so that'd be really cool to watch really on there. But that is it, guys. That's it for my first episode of What If. We're gonna do this again next week. Let me just check my calendar. Yeah, we will be fine for doing our Wednesday episodes, hopefully every morning, every Wednesday morning. And yeah, just make sure to click on that subscribe button and click the notification bell. We do lots and lots and lots of Disney content, Star Wars and Marvel content as well, and every Wednesday we have a video going out. I might change that a little bit at the moment whilst we have the What If series out. I might change it to a Thursday or something like that. I'll have to have a look. Let me know in the comments if you want 2 videos on a Wednesday, or do you want me to space them out throughout the week. We've also got PS5 updates, and Johnny does all his Doctor Who updates and reviews and stuff like that. So if you like Doctor Who, then check out those videos as well. But that is all we have time for. Thank you very much for popping along and chatting in the comments, and come back next week. We're going to try and do it by 9 o'clock, so it'll probably be a little bit earlier than 9 o'clock, but if an episode is really long, then we might have to pop it on at 9 o'clock. So that's why I say 9 o'clock. So turn up about 10 to 9 and we should be on then. But thanks very much for watching, guys, and I shall see you next time.